Well, this is a couple days later from when I made the heat exchanger video, but my camera went dead, so I didn't get back to it that day. Cooking dinner, got some water for tea. This is moringa tea. I grow my own moringa and then dry the leaves to use it. I have to add some more water. I'll put some more water on it. So today I'm cooking bacon and cheese stuffed okra and chicken legs. Nothing fancy, just a good hearty meal. So the heat exchanger worked very well. The only issue is I may need to put a drain right here, because if you don't need the water to be heated, you have to waste all the water that's in the loop. And because I'm hauling water, almost 700 miles away to here as of now, until I get my well, I'm going to do a shallow well over here later. It'll use groundwater that comes in from the pond water, and then I'll filter it. But yeah, I may need to put a drain right here so it doesn't waste all the water in the whole line. It heated the water up to about 92 degrees, and then the fire went dead, so it worked out about right. It is possible to do the heat exchanger using the natural convection of the heat wanting to rise up. But the only problem with that is I could have the feed come in the bottom, but the outgoing hot would have to come out of the top, and I wouldn't be able to turn back down. I'd have to go just up and into the barrel, so it'd make it kind of an eyesore in my opinion. So those little pumps are cheap. I think they're like $6 or something. But it is possible to do it without a pump. It's got barbecue sauce burnt on there from yesterday. I cooked bacon wrapped asparagus yesterday. The only thing with moringa tea is it takes a long time for it to steep. It doesn't have a whole lot of flavor. I'm going to cool the fire down and put the chicken on there. I'll get the chicken completely done and then put the okra on there because you don't really have to cook it very long. Just heat it up enough for the cheese to melt into it. And it'll get a little bit of a smoke flavor to the okra and soften it up a little bit. Well, while that's slow cooking, I'll take you around to show you the heat exchanger connection inside. Here we are back with the inside connections. So we got this is our return coming back. That's our feed going to the fire pit outside. And then we have our drain down valve on that one and our drain down valve that comes off of the return line. This pump's on the return. This one is just a return loop from the upper tank back down. Let's see what the heat gun is showing. So this should be the cooler temperature. It's about, we'll say an average of 83 or so. About 100, we'll say average. Good bit of difference. I'm gonna get behind the camera. Chicken's cooking. The sun just went down behind the mountain, so get some nice lighting because of that. So this is the cactus garden. It's 100 feet long. That's where I put all the cactus that are in the way of like where I'm going to dig the pond and where I built the building. So they're all rescue cactuses. I don't dig any up that don't need to be moved. Oh, that's my urinal. If you don't designate a place for guys to use the restroom outside, they'll pee all over the place. So I made that so that it didn't smell like urine everywhere. That's a tree cholla. I actually took a piece from a cactus down the road and started that one because I didn't have any on my property. And all the little barrel cactuses, the Texas rainbow, stick cactus. It goes on and on and on. Yeah, I like this time of the evening because the sun, you watch the sun slowly creep over all the hills until it's all shaded. The high mountain you see back there is actually in Mexico. I'm about 6 miles from the border. And then there's where the sun went down behind the high mountain there. That mountain's about 800 feet higher than the elevation that I'm at right here. Go back over and check on my chicken legs. It's going to be a while. See the quail running? Looks like about 8 of them. Sorry for the shaky video. I have to zoom out so it's Makes the video stabilization bad. I'm on top of the dirt piles here by the pond. Here's a looking down at the pond view. I'm going to extend it out about 200 feet that direction, and then it'll be about 100 feet wide over there, and then it's going to run this way as well. I've got another rainy weather creek that comes through. I want to be able to catch some of that water as well. Just need time and diesel. It looks like the chicken's about done. I'm going to put the okra on there till the cheese melts. And then it'll be time to eat. I'm going to wash this pan. Well, the water temperature in the drum now is 120 degrees, which is much hotter than you need for a shower. I'm not showering tonight, so it's no big deal, but now I'm going to have to figure out how to regulate that better. Definitely heats the water though. Little one there is done. I'm just leaving it there to keep it warm. Yeah, see, I filled the water barrel up all the way to go ahead and put some more cold water in it, and now it's pushing water out of the little relief valve on the top. If I had enough water, I could just turn the line off and let it dump it out, but I don't want to waste my water. The fire will be cooling down pretty soon. As soon as I get this cheese melted, I'll dump some water on it, cool it off. I would say that one's done. Let these two cook a little bit. Check done. You can kind of tell when the okra's done when you push it together. It's real tender. There we have it. Dinner served.